Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back to florencej.tarot. There are so many more of you here now since the last time I uploaded a video, because that last video seems to really have hit home, and that's really exciting. So thank you so much for being here, for hitting subscribe. And if you just found my channel for the first time through this video, welcome. I'm just grateful you found your way to me. And I usually just do 3 piles, as my time at the moment is very limited. That's, by the way, also why I don't upload videos every week. I do it whenever I get the chance to. But today I just felt like it had to be 4. So I feel like there's a significance in that. I feel like that's important. And I didn't want to ignore that. It's just not going to be a 1-hour reading like usually. Like usual. I'm sorry. But it will still be cool. I'm really excited to do this. So today's pick a card reading will be about the topic of change. A big change is coming is the title, and the reason for that is a cosmic event that has recently happened. Of course, many of you know that astrologically speaking, there's a lot happening too, but what I am referring to is something called Heaven's Cross. Basically, the veil has started to lift last week, and it will continually do so. Now I'm not gonna dive into it much deeper. I'm gonna link down below in the description everything that, like, all the links, if you're interested, all the links you need to get informed on it. But back to the reading, we just want to figure out what this cosmic shift is, how it's gonna manifest in your life, how it's gonna show up in your life, what changes are gonna be most dominant in the near future, which of the things that have been stuck in your life can finally transform and find resolution. And yeah, so that's what this reading is going to be about. Now, pick a stone, pause the video if you need to, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you chose a citrine, then this is your reading. Welcome. Right off the bat, I can say I sense some clumsy energy here, although of course that can just be me. I am a very clumsy individual, but I feel like it's connected to this. So this is the card the stone was sitting on, turned around, and I defined it as being the overall, not the overall energy, the topic of the change that is coming up for you, what that change is about, and out came the 5 of Swords, which is about cutting your losses, maybe wondering if it was worth the fight, if it was worth the argument, like you won, but at what cost? It's that type of vibe. And so, I don't know, it could just be a shot in the dark. It could have nothing to do with this, but with this clumsy energy, I think I had to start this video 3 times because I misspoke and then I dropped the stone. And so, it could be that maybe, you had an argument with someone that, you had no ill intentions, just came out wrong, because maybe sometimes you speak before you think. You're maybe quicker to jump to action than to think things through, and just is that clumsy, disorganized energy. So that I just wanted to say first and foremost. Maybe it will become relevant in the reading. I don't know it yet. That's just what I felt, and I'm an intuitive reader, so that's what I'm going to say. Anyway, so the overall, the theme of that change that is coming for you is about this very topic. Just a lot of wondering and maybe some regrets too. So what we're going to do, pile 1, is I'm going to pull 3 tarot cards. One for your situation right now, one for the change that is coming, like how can the situation transform for you, and third, what can you do, how can you, like what can you do to support that change, you know, how can you, like, for example, how can you heal faster? How can you support that change? I said it already. Sorry for rambling. I will say usually I pick up on you guys' energy, so this is on you. And on top of these 3 cards, I pulled your oracles already. So we're going to have these 3 cards, and we're going to have the oracles around for some more advice and guidance. So let's shuffle the tarot first, shall we? Firstly, what does the situation look like right now for pile 1? And ignore my shitty shuffling skills, by the way. Pile 1, what is their situation right now? Pre-transformation, pre-change, if you will. I must say, by the way, now, and as well as when I shuffled the oracles, your higher self, your spirit team, however you want to call it, that is showing up for you today is quite selective with the decks, with their words, with what they want to say to you and how they want to deliver it. It seems they are quite picky and particular about that. So I will try my best to deliver it in the way that they intend. Okay. We have the 9 of Wands for the current situation. And then we want to know, how can the situation transform for you, change for you in the hopefully near future, but in the future for sure. What change is Heaven's Cross bringing for this situation? Wow, the Empress. Wow, I'm impressed. That is a change, pile 1. And I think you can sense it from the imagery. So what can you do to support this change? To encourage it? How can you help? What can you do? I hear rising above it. I'm just gonna say whatever pops in my head. Empress is someone who can rise above the earthly bullshit. 4 of Cups in reversed. Okay. Appreciate what you have, I'm thinking. What are you? Okay. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna keep this in the back of my mind. It's the Queen of Wands. Four of Cups, by the way. I don't know if I said Four of Wands. I know it's just been a few seconds, but I swear to God, this unfocused energy really gets me. So the situation right now is that this card in this deck, in many decks actually, feels quite defensive to me. It's like drawing a line, pulling up a wall, defending not defending yourself, but just drawing boundaries. And you know, this person has been through the ringer and is about to reach the top and is not gonna let anyone cross them, basically. And I feel like that fiery energy of I feel like it's a quite confident place, but from the motivation of having been hurt and having struggled, rather than a place of peace, if that makes sense. So something has been hard and hurtful, so that's taught you to draw boundaries and to not let anyone cross these boundaries, and that is a great thing. So I can see that you've already done work. This is not your first rodeo. This is not, I think it's not even your first pick a card reading that you watch. I feel like you've been on this healing journey for a while. I actually remember seeing this card in a past pick a card reading, so maybe you've been here on my channel before. If not, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna throw it out there. So since this is the theme of that change, I do feel like a certain conflict, fight with a person, has caused a lot of transformation, and it's obviously been painful, but it's definitely for the better, because you are growing like hell. Because you know, the change that is coming for you, that is major, pile one. The Empress is such, wow, like divine feminine. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It's just that feminine energy of nurturing, care, pleasure, creativity embodied. So I feel like in the future, like what is this opening of Heaven's Cross, this uplifting of the veil is gonna bring into your life is you're gonna be able to really embody that. Like the Empress, you see, she's very, very, very connected to nature, but she's sitting very comfortably, you know? Like she enjoys the finer things in life without losing connection to her roots, the nature, what matters. For some of you, of course, this could be about pregnancy. So for some of you, the way this can be interpreted is that the journey of parenthood, of pregnancy, everything involving this process has been quite challenging, has maybe been an uphill battle. Has been a journey of counting your losses and like stacking up, I feel like, more losses than wins, what it feels like, or just when it was wins, it didn't feel fulfilling. So I can see that really transforming in your future. So if this for you is about pregnancy, I can definitely see that in your future. But it doesn't have to be about pregnancy, because the Empress can, of course, indicate fertility. But for many of you, this might just be, you know, fertile ground for ideas, for creativity, just goddess mode, full-on goddess mode, pile 1. And now we wanted to know, how can you support this change for coming, right? The answer is introspection. The answer is to pull away a little bit from the outside world, to maybe spend some more alone time, to really reflect on what you appreciate in your life, what you're grateful for. Writing lists of gratitude about all the things you love and cherish. Because going through that growth can leave you a little bit pessimistic or cynical maybe. And that introspection and self-reflection and, you know, journaling, writing lists, spending time in nature, meditating, doing yoga, whatever that is for you, will help change that perspective, will help you feel inspired again and reach that Empress mode. Yeah. So let's see what your oracle cards have to say about that. First and foremost, how am I going to do this? I have 4 cards. Okay. Patience. Pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. Yes! That's so funny. That's exactly what I meant here. Yes, take a break. Do not take action just now, you know. Take some time to, what's the word? You know, sometimes I lack words or expressions because I'm not native in English. I can't. I lost it. I don't know. Be patient and play whilst you wait. So enjoy your time while you wait for that inspiration to hit you. Intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests to the universe. No request can ever be too much. No way, pile 1. You just have to really define for yourself what it is that you want. And obviously, I feel like this is what you want. Who wouldn't want that, right? But you don't quite know how to get there. The answer is patience and intention. This change will not come overnight. And you cannot force it into being. You have to get to a point where you can be intentional about your actions. This introspection, you know, you can also use that to define exactly what it is that you want, because you clearly learned what you don't want. And that helps you define what you do want. And when you want to manifest change into your life, positive change, you don't want to focus on what you don't want. You want to focus on what you do want. And you have to define that. And shoot for the stars, pile 1. You cannot aim too high. You do not have to be humble. You can have from the universe exactly, precisely what you want. Electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Oops, and I dropped something again. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. Yes. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. We'll have 5 of these. So I'm gonna have to actually move this cute little fella away so that we have enough space here. I'm gonna move this down a little bit. Sorry, I have to rearrange for a sec. Pile 1. Bear with me. Target, a goal-oriented person. Boot, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Butterfly, a change for the better. Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about. And last but not least, success. What? That is so cool. Such a cool card to have on top of all of this. Love to see it. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that you're a goal-oriented person. You are a goal-oriented person, and of course you have to increase your efforts if you want to achieve those goals, but you cannot just mindlessly go about it. And that's funny. Here's where what I said in the very beginning starts making sense and starts really playing into the equation. This kind of mindless talking or acting, that little bit clumsy, that clumsiness and disorganization vibe that I picked up on. That is something that needs transformation. And I really think it comes down to this and these. In order, and this of course, in order to bring your ideas to life and achieve those goals. Yeah, so, I mean, short and sweet, honestly, I feel like the message is very, very clear, pile 1. No matter what your goal is, no matter if that's pregnancy or if that's a healthy relationship or if that's something connected to a business, it all comes down to regrouping, reconnecting with yourself, with nature, reflecting, really defining what you want, and then be patient enough to wait for it, and also set your intentions very clearly and don't sell yourself short. Believe in yourself and believe that you can aim as highly as you want, and you can have the, like, from a rational human perspective, most insane goals in the world. Success is in the stars for you. Okay? Yes. And that's what's very cool is if you look up the Heaven's Cross logo by Crimson Circle, is exactly a star like this. I love those synchronicities. It's awesome. It's all lining up. Pile 1, this change that I see on your horizon is really, really wonderful. And if I were you, I would just get excited about it because it is coming. Your homework is pretty easy, to be honest. Spend some time by yourself in nature. And then, you know, we are all different. Some of us like to write. Me, for example, that's the best way that I can sort my thoughts and reflect, really. Self-reflection is the easiest to me if I can sorry. It's the best way for me to really organize, like sort through the mess that is my mind sometimes. But many people don't like writing. Some people prefer talking to someone about it. And some people need to exercise, and for most of us it's a combination of things, really. You know in your heart what is best for you and your mental health, and that is what you have to do as often as you can. And you know, write a manifestation list, you know, and write out every single detail, Pan One, every single detail. That's what you have to do. That's like, focus on yourself and on what you want from life and who you are. And I just see a lot of nature here. I think that's very significant. We see a tree here, we see a little stream here. Maybe you have something nearby that you can go to. I also have to say one more thing. I had 4 different decks that I shuffled, but only the ones with animals gave me cards, which immediately gave me the vibe of you really have a thing for animals. You feel really connected to animals. Maybe you have a dog that you can walk to these peaceful places. That is a very, very great way for you to be serene. My mom actually has these meditative dog walks where she has those realizations sometimes about herself. So yeah, that might be it for you. Animals, nature, self-reflection, introspection, intention setting, all that stuff. Okay, that's all the messages I have for you. Pile one. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you'll be back. I would love to see you around again. Hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment. That honestly, the comments are my favorite part about my still very small baby channel. The last video gave me like, it doesn't sound like much, but for me it's a ton. 33 comments. Well, I think that's with my replies, but it was at least 15. So that was so cool, just how everyone responded and told me what they're going through in their life and how it resonated for them. So please do that. That's my favorite part. I absolutely love it. All kinds of interaction are my favorite thing, and is my favorite part about this work. That's why I do it, you know. I just want to help you. So yeah, thank you for your support, and I'll see you around. Bye. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, you know, we're staying in this unorganized energy of yours. I'm also available for personal readings if you ever feel inclined, if you ever feel the need to, if you ever have the means to. You can find my email address in the description box and in the channel description. Okay, bye! Welcome, pile 2. If you chose this, I want to believe it's a cat eye, then this is your reading. Welcome. And first and foremost, I need to tell you, Jesus Spirit has a fuck ton to say to you. I had so many cards flying out that I genuinely don't think I can make them all fit into the picture. I'm gonna try my damnedest. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just put the tarot and the tea leaf cards here first, and add just lay all the oracle cards on top in the end. I think this is how it will make the most sense in the end. So this is the card that was underneath the stone when you picked it. It is the topic of that change, what that change that is coming into your life is gonna present itself at. And out came the Four of Wands, which is a wonderful card. It's all about celebration. It's like party vibes, party, festival, wedding, just some party, some celebration where there's a lot of dancing involved. I don't know, it's a very joyful card for me, if you just want to look at it from up close for a sec. So I'm very excited to do this reading for you. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna pull 3 tarot cards, one for the situation you're finding in right now, you're finding yourself in right now. The second card will be for how that change is going to present itself to you, like what exactly is this change going to look like. And lastly, I'm a little bit scattered right now. I don't know if that's you. It might be you. Let's take a deep breath together. Okay. The third card will be about how can you support this change from coming into your life? What can you do to make it come and to support it? So let's get started with what is your situation right now? What does it look like for pile 2? I only want one card, and this was bad shuffling. Spirit, I'm only accepting one card, so choose your card wisely. I am not fucking around with you. I have enough oracle cards from you. Man, so many cards are coming out for you, pile 2. It's like, it's insane. It's insane. I don't know if there's so many things happening for you right now, or if your spirit team is just so overjoyed that there's like this and this and that and that. Could of course also be that you're just very in alignment at the moment, and so messages come through to you easily. The situation of pile 2 right now. What does the current energy of pile 2 look like? Yeah. Choose the card carefully, dear spirit team. It's 2 anyway. I guess I'll have to just accept that. Ooh, the 3 of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. Pile 2. Yeah. Excruciating heartache. But also like the understanding that everything happens for a reason, and that certain things are just out of our control. Like the wheel is always turning, and this card is so deep that I don't know how to summarize it in just a few words, so I'm just gonna keep shuffling. This is a change. I couldn't even finish the sentence. It's just pop. comes popping out. The change that is waiting for you is one of justice. Do with that what you will. Let it. I think this justice that you're receiving is call for celebration. This is juicy. I'm here for it. This is exciting. Okay, now what can you do to support this justice to support this justice to come into your life? What can you do to make it come? Okay. The Six of Cups. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put the tea leaf cards here because they will give us even more insight, which, by the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these came out, okay? It's insane. So first we have the Fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Older man. Why do these men look so creepy in these decks? Dealings or relationship with an older man. I'm just gonna say it. I'm getting some rapey vibes, man. I'm getting some rapey vibes here. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I could be full of shit. Sorry if I am, but dog. Protection from a powerful friend. Wow. A very loyal person. Purse. Pay attention to your finances. And lastly, wishbone. A wish is granted. So I'm just gonna tell you what I'm sensing here. I feel like in your past you've gone through a situation where you were in some form taken advantage of by an older man. Now this can be sexual abuse, it can be, but it can also just be, it's not just mental abuse. Mental abuse is like really bad. It makes you question your existence, makes you question your sanity and all those things. We don't have to argue that that's really, really bad. So I think right now, or in your recent past, you have still... I feel like since there's 4 cards that came out, it feels more accurate to say that this excruciating pain is in the past, although it might still be bleeding into the present because, you know, trauma is a complex thing and healing is not linear. So sometimes you may feel like you've overcome it, and then on other days you're like right back where you were when it happened. I want to tell you, just give yourself grace. It's completely normal and it's part of the healing journey, and you're not doing anything wrong. I do think that this is, for me, it's always a very spiritual card. It's about the universe, and that the universe is always conspiring. Well, conspiring is a wrong word, really, because we live in a vibrational reality, of a vibrational universe, or at least realm, where the universe responds to our vibration. So whatever you are giving out, whatever vibration you are living and giving out, the universe is going to give back to you. So I think you're very much aware of that you create the world around you by what's inside of you, and certain things might be completely out of our control, but it's always for a greater reason. And even if things don't go exactly the way as we want them to go, we humans, we have these plans and these very set ideas about how our lives are supposed to go, and it just doesn't always, or usually very often doesn't turn out that way, because we don't have the big picture, right? We see through a very limited, let's say, egotistical human lens. So when things fall away that you didn't want to fall away, opportunities get lost that maybe make you sad, the awareness that there's a reason behind everything, and if something falls away, something better is coming your way, because the wheel of fortune is always turning. That realization will give you peace even when you go through the worst heartache and the worst pain or trauma or whatever it is for you. But man, the change I see here, pile 2. Look at how confident she is. Sitting on that throne, cutting through the bullshit, communicating very clearly, seeing clearly, and it's Libra energy here, by the way. And what I just noticed is we have swords here, we have a sword in the Justice card, and we have a sword on here. So I feel like you might have a lot of air energy in your chart. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It doesn't have to be. It's just that the sword, the air energy is about clear communication, a clear mind, logic. Communication for sure. And we have here Libra, which Libra is a lot about relationships. It's also about duality, and it's about weighing out every aspect of a situation before making a judgment, before making a decision, which can make them very indecisive. But in this situation, it's definitely that changes you. Being able to very clearly make a very clear distinction between things, seeing things clearly, and really understanding what is right and what is wrong in this situation. And doing it quite rationally, doing it without the emotion behind it. Not in, like, that's not to say you're never gonna get triggered, but I feel like the change that's coming for you is that you're gonna be less and less triggered until eventually you can see things very, very clearly and just be like, no, it was not okay. And I do feel like, since this is a situation of abuse or being taken advantage of, I feel like we can take the card also quite literally, because I think for some of you, of course not all of you, but some of you, maybe an abuse case is coming to rest. An abuse case is coming into resolution, and justice is finally gonna get served, where this person is gonna be charged. I see this money, and I know that it says to pay attention to your finances, but I just can't shake the feeling that since the justice is here, I think for some of you, a court might be involved, and you're gonna get some money through that. Maybe this is also, this older man for some of you might also have really fucked you over financially. It might have been a boss person that has taken advantage of you in a business environment, and they're gonna have to pay you back. Yeah. So the question is, what can you do to support this? And I see tenderness, and I see a connection with someone that feels very much like family, that feels very familiar, that reminds you of your childhood, or it might be a reconnection with someone from your childhood, or just, this feeling of always having known that person. It could be many things. This is a pick a card reading, and many people are sitting here watching this. So take whatever resonates. But we have here dog, protection from a powerful friend. What is interesting is that I have a tarot deck where the Six of Cups shows a dog. So I think it's very important to mention loyalty. There's a person by your side through all of this that is very loyal and powerful in a way. Just sticks to your side no matter what, and you can draw a lot of strength from them, and they're gonna help you a lot during this process. They're gonna give you that emotional support that you need to get to this point. They're just gonna be by your side. You can lean on them. There's so much warmth and love in this card. Yeah, like, I see here you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift, and I see the money here, and shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. I feel like for those of you that this is about a business person, maybe you got, this is another scenario that could be possible, that you got emotionally involved with this person and you really got smarter from this. Like it was a horrible situation, but it really taught you to be more, when it comes to your business relationships, to be more, what's the opposite of emotional? Rational, clear-headed, and just keep your emotions out of it, yeah. This is teaching you a great deal. And that wish that you've wanted for such a long time, which I think is justice in a way, will be granted. And that is fucking cause for celebration. I'm so happy about that. That is just amazing. I feel like it's been a long time coming for many of you, and man, you deserve it. You deserve justice, and you deserve peace of mind, and deserve to feel like a king or a queen sitting on their throne, rising above it. And yeah, awesome. Well, we're not done. There's a lot to say still through the hundreds of oracle cards that I pulled for you, so I'm just gonna lay them out on top. Cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. choosing your path. All is possible. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. I think that's, you know, I want to say that we all are. We are never alone. None of us ever are alone. And none of us is more favored than the other person just because maybe we're more connected to our higher selves or whatever. We're not favored. It's just that you are enough in alignment to receive all those clear messages. And I mean, it's all, I told you that already, it's all popping out and coming out very clearly. And that is thanks to you, Pile 2. You know, you did the work on yourself and you're continuously doing the work on yourself. You're doing everything right because your spirit team can communicate in such a clear way to you. And that is thanks to you and your alignment. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Yes. Yes. I think you've also realized that if you are healed, you know, a lot of those spiritual realizations, that if you are healed, the outcome doesn't matter as much. But because you are focusing on healing yourself, the outcome is going to be exactly what you want. You know, the universe is funny like that. I have so many more. What do I do? Be bold and make the first move. Wonder what that's about. I'm sure you will know. Suck. Suck. Hope you can, yeah, you can still see it. Good. Suck. Suck. Okay. Panther spirit, reclaim your power. Yes. Yes, you are. You are reclaiming that power. We see that here. Oh my God, I love this. I love this so much for you, Pile 2. And do let me know in the comments, by the way. I would love to hear your stories. Empower the community with your stories. Reno spirit, overcome any obstacle. Well, you sure as fuck can, Pile 2. You can overcome any obstacle because you have already. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is exactly what I meant with the things that I said earlier. This is so powerful. I'm gonna circle back to it in a minute. Hope, stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Oh my God, I might as well just cry for you right now. Miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. Oh my God. Pile 2. Where should I begin? I'm so moved right now. The vulture spirit. That's what I meant with the Wheel of Fortune when I said that you've come to the realizations that you did. The vultures are quite ugly to look at, and they, you know, eat the cadavers of other hunters. So at first, when we see a vulture, we think ick, right? But a vulture makes sure that nothing is wasted, that everything serves its purpose. So it might look ugly, but it's so important. Oh, my throat is closing. And that is the most important realization and lesson to take away from the situation that is soon gonna find resolution. Judging based on all these cards, you are no longer feeling sorry for yourself and for what happened to you. And if you're not at that point right now, you're gonna feel that way very soon. I mean, it all plays into each other so fucking well. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. You can overcome any obstacle. You are reclaiming your power and realize that nothing that ever happens to you, but for you, and everything for a higher reason. You are already on the right track because all these messages flow to you so easily. So all you have to do right now is focus on, or keep focusing on, your healing, on connecting with those close people you have that you love and that love you. It will help you mend your broken heart and release what no longer serves you. Oh, and that is so exactly what Adamus and Germain said about Heaven's Cross, and exactly what the crossing of the realms are bringing. So much more light is coming in right now, allowing us to release all those old stagnant energies that no longer serve us. Yes. Cleansing waters. You know, you keep doing that, and I think water is quite significant for you. Go for swims, connect with nature. Let the water wash away everything that no longer serves you. Do this and just know that what you've wished for such a long time, your miracle, your hopes and dreams, it's all coming. And I see that star here again. It's so fucking wonderful. The Heaven's Cross star. Wow, pile 2. I'm at a loss for words, and I think I'm gonna take this as a sign that all the messages that need to be heard by you were heard, came out. You are gonna bloom. You're already in the process. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Pile 2, for being here, for letting me do this reading for you. I wish you all the best on this path. It's major. It's major, and I'm very happy for you. Please, like I said, leave a comment. That's my favorite part about my channel, which, by the way, is still very small, so every little bit of support means the world. I do want to make this my main hustle, but I'm still quite far away from that. So yeah, leave a comment, like if it resonated, stick around, subscribe to my channel, and I really hope to read from you. It always makes me so happy, makes my day. Love and light to you, Pile 2. Mwah. And you can also reach me for personal readings if you ever feel like doing that. You can find my email address in the description and the channel description. Okay, Pile 2. Take care. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. I am starting this reading at 2:33. If the number 3 or 33 means anything to you, maybe that's important to mention. You know, maybe you see those angel numbers. Anyway, it's a sign of alignment for me. And if you chose this mystery stone that I will level with you, I have no fucking clue what it is. I had it in my abundance bowl and never looked at it, and now I don't know what it is. But if you chose it, this is your reading. Oops, here are your oracles that I already shuffled. So don't worry. This doesn't mean that you're going to be poor. This is the card that was under the stone that you picked. It symbolizes what this change is about, this change that's coming into your life, what it is about. And like I said, this does not mean that you are going to end up in poverty. It means that the change that's coming is about a lack mentality. And I'm thinking that this lack mentality that you hold may transform. And another thing worth mentioning is when I shuffled your oracle cards here, I sensed a lot of reluctant energy, hesitant energy, because, you know, for the tea leaves, they are very slippery. So I have the rule that I only take the ones that flip around, and like a lot of them would jump out but not turn around. And with the other cards, there were a lot that kind of came out, like kind of stuck out of the pile but didn't pop out all the way. It's like, I want to say it, but not quite, and do I want to say, well, I'm not quite sure. So it's like, I kind of want to say something, but then I don't really dare, and so I go like back into my shell. This is the vibes that I picked up on when I shuffled the oracles, and I think that's where you're at mentally, or it might be a big topic in your life. It ended up being a lot, though. Like, a lot of cards came out. I kind of just let Spirit take over in this reading and just let Spirit decide how many cards of each deck come out. So what we're going to do first is we're going to pull 3 tarot cards, one for the situation you currently find yourself in, the second one for the change that is coming. How is it transforming? How are you transforming? And then the third card, what can you do to help this process? What can you do to support this change in coming into your life? And along with the tarot cards, I'm going to put the tea leaves here because they really help getting very clear insight into what's going on in your life. And in the end, we're going to put all the oracles on top of this spread to get this last word of advice and guidance. Okay, so first and foremost, let me just check, boop, boop, oopsala. Messy, okay, messy. What situation are you finding yourself in right now? Pile 1. Why? I don't want to. Oh well. We have the 6 of Wands, and we have the King of Swords in reversed. Okay. I'm just gonna be blunt with you, pile 3. I don't sugarcoat things. I do believe that it's all about delivery, but I'm also not gonna lie to you. So there's a successful person here, but the King of Swords is someone who is extremely intelligent and very, very good with words, and If it's reversed, I always interpret it as like the shadow aspect of that intellect. His words can cut like a knife, and he knows exactly how to use them to hurt you the most. And they also use their intellect to manipulate you. Now, I don't know if this is about another person in your life or if it's you, because these two together, the first thing I heard was narcissist. But we're gonna keep going. Like I said, it doesn't mean that that's you. It just means that in your current situation, you are confronted with this topic. What is a change that is coming into your life? How is this situation changing? How are you changing? In the future, thanks to Heaven's Cross. Sorry. Pardonnez-moi. How is this situation gonna change for pile 2? How are they gonna change? How is their life gonna change? See, again, did you see that? It like tried to come out and turn around, but nope. Insane. What are you hesitant about, pile 2? What are you holding back? What are you holding back? Okay, there, now we're talking. Okay. Huh. 2 of Swords. Making a decision. And then, but it's being, yeah. So you have to make a decision. And oftentimes the way I interpret this is like a battle between the mind and the intuition, not knowing which to follow, which, by the way, always go for intuition. That is always my advice. Well, so it didn't come out reversed, so I think you will reach that decision eventually, but you'll weigh it out very carefully, and you kind of have to trust blindly that it's going to be the right one. So what can you do to make this decision easier? What can you do to support the decision-making process? Do you see these cards? It keeps happening. And let me tell you, that didn't happen in the other piles. So this is definitely you. Nope, that's just me dropping cards. Although, I just saw this one. This is a High Priestess and it's intuition. That's literally what I said to you. So I'm just gonna count it, okay? Okay. Follow your intuition, people. Follow your intuition, pile 3. This is the key to this decision that you are gonna have to make. When in doubt, choose your intuition. Connect with your higher self. Let's put these for the full picture first. Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. I swear to God, something like this has never happened to me before. This is ridiculous. That's hilarious. I love it. Oh my God. Pile 3, thank you so much for coming here and bringing the energy. Flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. I'm going to put this over here because I think that's what this is about. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. Yeah, okay. Connected. Bag, something important such as a new job or a raise. Okay. Oh, this makes so much sense, pile 3. It all plays into each other perfectly. So, to say it very bluntly and cut it very short, you are in a relationship or having an affair with a quite narcissistic person that is pretty full of themselves. And what this could also be an indication for is that they try to unterbinden. I can only think of the German word. They try to minimize your success, undermine your success. Exactly. That's the word I was looking for. Try to undermine your success, belittle it, use their intellect to make you feel lesser than. Because I think whenever you do feel successful, they manipulate you into thinking you're not. It's about a decision, and the interesting thing is that there's also Pentacle cards. The Two of Pentacles is also about decision making, and it's like it could either go this way or that way and weighing out your options. But here it came out as a Swords, and what I heard was the decision to cut them out of your life. Because I think, you know, who you surround yourself with, what do they say? The 5 people you surround yourself with most, the 5 people you see most often in your life, determine your personality, your views, your decisions, you know. Basically, that says the most about you. The 5 people you hold closest in your life. And if you have a partner or a love affair with someone who is so negative and manipulative and cold and harsh with their words, it's gonna keep you stuck in that lack mentality too. And also it makes you feel like you're being left out in the cold. This change that you're experiencing could very well be about this feeling of being left out in the cold. But you always have the choice to go inside where it's warm, meaning to leave this person and find something that's a better fit. There's 2 disappointment. Like, this person is a disappointment, pile 3. I cannot put it any more bluntly. I cannot say it any other way. They're not worth your time. And I mean this in the most loving way, because everyone adds value to your life, because they help you define who you are and what you want from life. So nothing's ever wasted. Nothing ever happens for no reason, you know. But you can see that and still move on from them and be like, I know my worth. So in the future, you are gonna make that decision, and you're gonna weigh out between your mind and the intuition. The answer is very clear: to follow your intuition, to reconnect with your higher self. And I think that's why you're here, because you are finding that spiritual path. Yeah. And then what's also playing into each other is that this can sometimes talk about financial loss, financial lack. And here we have something important, such as a new job or a raise. So this decision might not just be about this person, because I feel like you already know that they're a disappointment. I feel like you already know that. We have sword here, and we have the scissors here. Just cut them out of your life already, you know? I feel like you've reached a point where that might not be very hard for you to see anymore. Oh, the flute, I just heard, you know. But that decision might actually be about a job endeavor. And so the way I could see this play out is, I'm just gonna use an example. It doesn't have to apply to your life, but it's just an example to make you understand what I mean. So let's say you have the decision, you can make the decision between staying in your job that pays a safe salary every month that you can count on, and following your gut, following your passions, and opening your own business, or taking a new job that is maybe a startup that requires more work for less money, but you just feel like it's going to fulfill you more. That sort of decision where you have to weigh out between what your mind says is the most rational and the safest thing to do. Because your mind is not your enemy, Your mind is just trying to keep you safe, but it's also keeping you from growing, keeping you from experiencing things, because all the mind ever cares about is being safe. And sorry to break it to you, pile 3, but the safe zone is not where you grow. You grow outside of your comfort zone. And that's why you will always see in every single reading, follow your intuition. Because your intuition is your higher self communicating with you, guiding you, leading you. And even if you take missteps, you cannot do anything wrong. Everything is an important experience that you will learn from and grow from. And yeah, you're very much encouraged to go for the route that your gut is telling you, that your heart is telling you, your intuition, the stuff that, the decision that makes you excited. And if it makes you anxious, that's because of your mind, but you feel in your gut and in your heart, that's what you really want to do and what you're excited about. And something that I want to tell you here that is very important to keep in mind while you make that decision is intuition. Anxiety screams, intuition whispers. So the part of you that screams, but it's not safe, and I could lose all the money, and I could, that lack mentality. What's bringing that lack mentality of I could lose everything, and I could lose my home, and what if I can't pay the bills, and what that anxiety, that is your mind. And the thing that whispers in the back of your mind, but it would fulfill me so much, but I know in my heart that's what I want to do. That's your intuition. Intuition is not loud. Intuition is a feeling that with time and practice you learn to listen to more. So let's check out your many oracles. How do I do this? Let's start with these. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Be bold and make the first move. Yes, be bold. Dear pile 3s, be bold. You will not regret it. The only thing you will ever regret in your life is the roads not taken. If you're on your deathbed, you will never say, I'm so sad I did this. Well, maybe you'll be like, I'm so, maybe you'll, if you are not in this enlightened state where you can be like, every misstep happened for a reason and, blah, 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 the gist, then you might have regrets about things that you did to other people, maybe, or decisions you made. But usually it's not like, oh, I wish I didn't jump this cliff, or I wish I didn't take that leap. I wish I didn't risk falling in love. It's usually, I wish I risked it. I wish I would have done more with my life. I wish I, you know. So be bold. Make that move. You will not regret it. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. It's very interesting because both these cards showed up in pile 2 as well. So if you felt called to check out that pile, do so. You know, there might be important messages in both readings. Just always take what resonates. With this card, I want to say we are all never alone. No one is more or less favored by their spirit team, by the universe, by their higher self, whatever you want to call it, God. We all carry the source energy, God, within us, and we all have our spirit team and our higher selves that are by our side rooting for us, and our angels rooting for us. So this is not about being favored. It's just a reminder that you're never, never, never alone in this journey as a human. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. It's kind of like something you have to tell yourself as you make the bold decision. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Don't let this situationship harden you. Stay soft. Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. Yeah, I think you do. I think you do. The owl is about wisdom, and I said that already. I think you do already see that situation quite clearly. Moth Spirit, surrender now. You are still very much in your head and trying to control things, caring too much about the how instead of the how and the when, all the circumstances, instead of trusting that it's coming. And Spirit is encouraging you to surrender, to let go of control, to trust the universe, to trust your higher self guiding you. Listen to your intuition and trust that it's correct. Don't fail yourself. You can only fail yourself if you don't listen to it. Trust the great mystery. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't have to repeat myself. Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. We have the wisdom here again. Oh my God, these are so many. I have 3 more. Where do I place them? Oh well. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Exactly. And I also said that every experience makes you wiser, and makes you learn, and what you can learn you can pass down to future generations, to your kids, or if you're a teacher, to your students. Every experience you make cannot be wrong. It will just make you wiser. And what also just came into my mind, what Adamus and Germain keeps talking about in terms of Heaven's Cross, is release everything that doesn't serve you, past trauma, past pain, whatever it is. You don't even have to know it in detail. Release all of that stuff to your soul, to your higher self, so that it can transform it and turn it into wisdom. Return it to you as divine wisdom. Hummingbird Spirit, be here now. Be present. Yes. Be present. Don't worry too much about the tomorrow. Try to stay present and ask yourself what you want now. Last but not least, we have another card that already showed up in pile 2, which is Reno. Overcome any obstacle. You can. You know, like the Reno just through the wall. You can overcome any obstacle in your way, as long as you understand that that obstacle is here for you. It doesn't happen to you. It's here for you to teach you all the things you need to know. And I just saw, and I didn't notice that earlier, that the third eye of this Reno is glowing. So I really would encourage you to go into, like, within yourself, to find your way back to your divine self. I don't know how long you've been on a spiritual path, or if you even are. But let me tell you that you are not a human being having some spiritual experience right now. You are a spiritual, celestial being that came to this earth to have a human experience, a sensual experience. You know, to smell, to touch, to taste, to love like a human. Human love is very different from the angelic divine love. It's a very different intensity, and we came here to experience that, all the pain included. And this is your invitation to reconnect with your higher self. I feel like you have been very caught up in your human experience to the extent where you forgot who you really are. And reconnecting with this the truest part of yourself will help you surrender more and go with the flow, so that decision making can be smoother too. So maybe check out the links that I put in the description about Heaven's Cross, or do some reading on. I can put a book in the description too. Do some reading, watch some videos. Educate yourself on the topic of whatever resonates with you. Star seeds, Heaven's Cross, manifestation, reincarnation, all of those topics, whatever resonates with you, educate yourself on them, and listen to guided meditations by all these ascended masters, and do walks in nature, meditate, yoga, whatever makes you really feel the presence of your higher self. It will help you listen to your intuition. It will really help you listen to this divine guidance that is trying to come through for you. And on that note, I'm going to end the reading. I think that's all the messages that I have for you. Thank you so much, Pile 3, for being here. I hope you'll stick around. Do let me know in the comments if this resonated for you. It's honestly my favorite part about my channel, which is, by the way, still very small. So every little bit of support really helps me great deals. But like I said, hearing your stories, reading your comments literally makes my day. It's my favorite part. So I hope to hear from you, and I hope you'll stick around, you'll subscribe. And if you ever want to do a personal reading, I'm available for that. You can find my email address in the video description and in the channel description. Thank you so much, Pile 3, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 4. If you chose this green fella, which, to be completely honest and transparent with you, I do not remember the name of, then this is your reading. I will probably look it up and put it in the description box, but just so you already know, in case I don't find it, it's gonna remain a mystery. Unless you know, then leave a comment. So this card was under your stone that you picked, which is the wonderful, wonderful Fool card, so this card represents the topic of that change that is coming into your life, which is ground zero, starting from scratch with blind optimism. Starting a new journey with blind optimism, and that is quite wonderful. Because if you didn't have that blind optimism, you wouldn't even get started, right? So the way we're going to do this reading is I'm going to pull three tarot cards, one for the situation you currently find yourself in, then the second card representing the change that is coming into your life, what that's going to look like for you, and the third card will be how can you support this change in coming into your life, what can you do to make it happen. And on top of that, I will lay out all our oracle cards around it to get the big picture. So let's get started with that. First and foremost, what is the situation Pile 4 currently find themselves in? Oh, and by the way, I want to mention, once I called your spirit team in, I got the most wonderful sense of peace. Like, it was, the energy that came in was very sweet and like bright, light, serene. And I had this calm confidence shuffling your cards. This might be significant for you. Your current situation is the Knight of Pentacles. The change that you're gonna go through, if this is a King of Pentacles, I'm gonna scream. The change you're gonna go through, the growth, how is this change gonna look like? What is this change gonna look like for Pile 4? How is it gonna present itself? Why are you still turned around? That is my mistake, by the way. We're not counting that. Will you tell me, Spirit? They ain't gonna change at all. Just kidding. Oh, sometimes I'm annoying, aren't I? Sometimes that shuffling process is long and weary, my friends, but I promise it is worth it. Maybe that's probably exactly what I have to say to you. The process is sometimes long and weary, but the outcome is always worth it. The journey of yours is not gonna be a short one, but you stick to it regardless. Now that I said that, all the cards slowly start wanting to come out. Isn't that interesting? So So you got to trust the process and trust that everything is exactly right, exactly the way it's supposed to be. Even if you want to skip to the part where the cards finally come out, you can't rush things. You can't rush things, pile 4. And that's exactly what this Knight of Pentacles is about, by the way. Its perseverance is continually putting the effort in to get better at something, to reach your end goal. So this new journey could be a new job, an apprenticeship, something that has to do with a source of income, or with something tangible like a new home. Okay, is there finally a card coming out? Two cards. The Sun and the King of Cups in reversed. And last but not least, what can you do to support this change? What can you do to help it happen? Why? I just want, you know, this happens every time. Oh well. I want one card and they give me a million. What can you do? The World and the 8 of Pentacles in reversed. So yeah, so I think it's definitely for most of you about a job, something of the sorts, because we have the determined hard worker here again, just in reversed. So you're definitely working towards something, and it requires a lot of patience, perseverance, effort. That's where you're at right now. You are in the midst of it. You started this new journey and you're not quite at the beginning, but you still have a lot to learn. And the change you're going to go through is let's see how I interpret this. We have this joy, this childlike joy. You know how, you know the kind of happiness that only children seem to have, and people that keep this childlike way of living and thinking it's this innocent. When I look at these children, to be honest, it reminds me of my son. It always makes me so happy to see my son, the sun. We can learn so much from our children. I don't know if that's relevant to you. I don't know if you have children, if you want children, but I guess it wouldn't have come out if it wasn't important. It's just they're so present in the moment and basking in the glory of the present moment in the sun, waving their banner of joy with this innocence. It's just such a happiness. And it's like the sun is rising again after a period of darkness. And you know how when it's been dark for a while, you appreciate the sun even more when it comes out and you just want to fucking celebrate it. That's the kind of happiness I'm talking about. So I feel like this journey might take an emotional toll on you from time to time, but you'll always find your way back to this joy and happiness if you take children for an example. If you remind yourself of what you really need to like hold on to, what you can do to support this, to support being able to keep coming back to this happiness and this joy, or to find that place, honestly. Joy and fulfillment. What I see here is don't work too hard. Like, don't wear yourself out. And come to the understanding that everything in life is a cycle. When things end, new things begin. And when something new begins, something old has to come to an end. And that is not good, that is not bad, that just is. It's a circle of life. I don't even know if this is specific enough for you. So I'm gonna pull the tea leaf cards already. They're gonna give us more clarity. Firstly, we have Beetle, good fortune. Then we have a broken wishbone, wish will not be granted. Crown, honor and respect will come to you. Chain of events that will affect your life. I mean, that's kind of a nonsense card because everything in life affects us. Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Interesting. Ladder, climbing towards success. Yeah, I got that vibe here. And then we have here November, which these cards I always want you guys to take with a grain of salt. I don't believe in exact specific time frames, because everything you see here on my table is always, without exception, based on your current energy right now. And depending on how your energy changes, how your motivation changes, what decisions you make, this can always change. It can come faster if you get more in alignment. It can take longer if you are in resistance to yourself, and so on and so forth. So this can either indicate that based on your current energy, this change might come around in November. But it can also just be that November is a significant month for you, maybe your birth month, your partner's birth month, you get the gist. So something about November. So I am gonna switch these. No, actually, these belong together for sure. It's gonna help me, yeah. So I feel like these are all connected here. But I definitely feel like there might be two different energies kind of pulling on you. I see that here. Because the King of Cups is, oof, man, a king everyone wants to have in our life. It's someone who leads their life with emotion and compassion and intuition, and someone who is very emotionally balanced and grounded, like can sit in their emotions and uses those emotions as a throne, reigns over their emotions, is in control over their emotions. But this is reversed. So the change that you're gonna go through is gonna be an emotional roller coaster. Yeah, it's a little bit up and down that I'm seeing here for you. Which the end goal would of course be to turn this around, and because these two together are very powerful. If you achieve this emotional maturity along with this ultimate joy and happiness, what more could you want? But it's very, very major that in climbing your career ladder, you don't wear yourself out. You know, here we have this ladder here, and crown, honor, and respect will come to you, which interestingly, okay, it just clicked. It just clicked. You are working towards some sort of leading position. Yeah, you are in the knight energy right now. You know, honor, hard work, and loyalty and determination, like being loyal to your cause, putting continuous effort in. You're working towards a goal, and you are aiming to climb the social ladder, to climb the career ladder, and you want a leading position, and this is in your future. It is in your future. We can see that here, the crown twice. But it might not emotionally fulfill you the way that maybe you thought, or there's always going to be setbacks, you know, but you can't let those setbacks break you. You have to keep this joyful nature at the root of yourself, so that those setbacks do not burn you to the ground. And the way you do that is, yeah, I said it already. Yes, be determined. Yes, be ambitious. Yes, put all the effort in, but don't wear yourself out in the process, and don't forget yourself. Don't forget that good fortune, which is undoubtedly going to come to you, because we have good fortune and financial gain. We have all that here. But it is not what brings you this. This is deeper. Look at children, you know, not a worry in the world. Of course, we provide for them, but I think that's exactly the thing. Children just trust that they're provided for. And that is a trust that we as adults have to find again, that we are always provided for by the universe, by our higher selves, if we follow our intuitions and if we follow those pulls that are so strong. We cannot end up stranded. We are cared for. We are provided for. Just acknowledge that every cycle is bound to come to an end, and that's okay. A new cycle will begin. You are at the beginning of one cycle now. But also, you know, the world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. So yeah, I can see that on your journey there will be setbacks, but that is normal. We all have setbacks on our journeys. You will get to this leading position. Just make sure that you take care after yourself, that you have fun. You don't just work. You go out and have fun. Do something joyful. Yeah, so let's see what these oracles have to say to you. How are we gonna do this? Gonna have to reorganize this mess a little bit. Bear with me for a second. I want you to see everything. If we have the opportunity to do that, then we will. Yeah. Okay. Bop. Ba-da, bop, bop. Okay. Haha. Aries. Full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. Whoo! And by the way, Aries is dominant leader energy too. Let's get into this in a minute. Staying focused, hold the course. Yes, that is what the Knight of Pentacles is all about. Hold the course, stay focused. Getting tight. Ooh, that scared me. Fucking spider. Spider spirit, make your dreams real. Yes. And you are in the process of that. Beloved, prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. Okay. It's funny that we have a card here, beloved, and then a fiery climax. Fiery orgasms in your future, pile 4. I'm sorry, this just got rated R stamp on it, this video. So there is definitely some romantic aspect there. I just feel like you are very focused on your career right now. And you should be, you know, you are making your dreams real. You are actively working on making your dreams real, and it's awesome. You know, the spider is such a creator. You know, all those webs they weave, amazing. And you are doing that right now. It's absolutely admirable. I feel like there's someone coming into your life that might throw you for a loop a little bit, and it's bringing a great deal of transformation with them, which maybe that's also a little bit what this what this King of Cups is about. You know, relationships show us that we can think we are so healed, and then a relationship comes into our lives that holds us accountable again and trigger us in just the right places and makes us realize there's still work to do, but that's perfectly fine. That's exactly the way it should be. Now, this fiery climax, I think is definitely related to what's going on here, because we have here a chain of events that will affect your life one way or the other. Doesn't have to be negative. Of course, we see here that not all wishes are going to be granted, But I think you're going to be able to transform those and redefine what you want. Because if something that we want is not working out for us, that happens for us, not to us. So you will be able to ask yourself, why is this not working out for me? There must be something better. There must be something that I haven't thought of yet, that is an even better fit for me, or this would have fallen into place for me, you know. It's important that you realize that something is gonna come to resolution in a very fiery way, in a very Aries. By the way, we are in Aries season right now, so it's I feel like some of these things are happening in Aries season right now. Maybe something that you have worked towards very hard and in a very hard and focused manner is gonna come to resolution in some way. You are finally stepping into this assertive boss energy quite soon. There's a lot happening for you, Pile 4. Exciting times. What else is there to say here? Feels unfinished, but I mean, your journey is quite unfinished, right? I mean, all our journeys are always unfinished. Well, I want you to rest assured that this leader position that you're working towards is coming. We did ask the question, what changes this Heaven's Cross, this lifting of the veil, is bringing for you personally? And these cards are screaming leader everywhere. And I think as you take control of your life, and also as you learn to take responsibility for your emotions, you are going to attract a life partner like you've never experienced before. And gonna be a dream come true. I keep thinking of Venus here, the Venus goddess. It's definitely an up and down here, Pile 4. I see up, down, up, down, up. You know, those 3 upright cards and those 2 reversed ones. I don't see what you're up and down about. I feel like work-life balance is just important here. Very important to keep in mind. But yeah, joy, a leading position, happiness. I mean, honestly, that is the card that you want to see as a change coming into your life. You are feeling up and down right now, but that's gonna change. I see that here. It's gonna change. This leading position will come, and a chain of events, an unfulfilled wish, is gonna teach you a lot, and is gonna is gonna make you know yourself even better, and it's gonna help you balance those emotions out and rediscover what truly matters. I think that's what it's about. I think you've come to realize, you know, you can have all the success in the world. You can have it all. You were made to have it all. You deserve to have it all, and you will have it all. And it will make being happy easier, for sure. But true happiness is found at the core of ourselves, at the essence of ourselves, which is love. And I think this beloved person is gonna truly guide your heart home. And you're gonna, I think the conclusion of this is you are gonna learn a lot about the things that truly make your heart happy, the things that truly make your heart sing, the things that truly matter in terms of joy and happiness and fulfillment. It's quite a journey, isn't it? It's a wild ride, and we wouldn't trade it for anything. Wild ride is these two are riding. Funny. We wouldn't trade it for anything, pile 4, would we? I am excited for what's coming for you. There's a lot of success on your horizon. Just a reminder to not let those setbacks deter. Is that the word I'm looking for? Confuse you in any way, deter your focus. Just stay focused. Stay focused on what you want. It doesn't matter if some things don't come true the way you planned them to. You will redefine what you want, and you will learn from it, and you will keep moving on. Keep focusing, keep moving forward, and just forget not to wear yourself out in the process, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Anyway, that was it from me. Pile 4, thank you so much for being here, for taking your time to watch this video, for putting your trust in me. Let me know in the comments what's going on in your life. This is quite interesting. I want to know if this resonated for you, and if it did, how it resonated. I have noticed in the last video I uploaded, through all of those comments I received, which, by the way, makes my fucking day, is my favorite part about all of this, the exchange. Those comments made the most chaotic reading make the most sense. And they were like, this 100% resonated because of this and this and that. And it just made it click even more, made it more sense for me too, and gave me the peace of mind that I did in fact deliver everything I needed to, even if I maybe felt weird about it. So let me know. I would love to hear it. I hope you'll be back. Please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Leave a comment, like, and you can also reach me for personal readings if you ever feel like you want to do that. My email address is in the channel description, in the video description. You can't miss it. So thanks again, and I'll see you around. Bye.